First of all, you need to understand English fluency and communication skills. Both poles apart. इंग्लिश आ जाने से इसकी गारंटी नहीं है कि आपको बात करने का तरीका आ जाएगा. In simple words, English fluency means you are able to speak effortlessly, easily, confidently and smoothly. Right now, if I ask you that how was your day? How was your yesterday? And if you can answer easily without thinking too much about grammar and vocabulary, then it is fluency. This is known as fluency. You are not thinking about grammar. You are not translating in your mind. This is called real fluency. And on the flip side, communication skills, the way you talk, the way you behave, the way you treat the other person, the way you respect the other person. This comes in your communication skills. It doesn't matter that the other person with whom you are talking, your listener, it doesn't matter that you know that person or not. That person is your close one or not. It doesn't matter. But the way you treat that person. No, I have seen like if any stranger, you are talking with any stranger, so people never give respect to them. And they give respect to their family members. And if they are meeting to new person, any stranger, randomly online if they are meeting, so they never give respect, especially in girls' case. Boy never give respect. A woman who is outside, who is not belonging to his family. So that's what I am trying to say. The way you listen, the way you understand others' perspective, the way you react to their perspective, and how you control your emotions, all these things comes in communication skills. That's why I always say that English fluency and communication skills, both poles apart. If right now I give you reality check, then अगर आपकी इंग्लिश ख़राब है तो ये पता चलता है कि आपने इंग्लिश नहीं सीखी. और अगर आपकी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स ख़राब हैं तो लोग आपके नेचर का, आपकी अपब्रिंगिंग का और आपके पूरे ख़ानदान का अंदाज़ा लगा लेते हैं. And here, just do not believe on my words. Look up to your experience as well. Remember that moment when somebody misbehaved with you, whether it's online or offline. Somebody misbehaved with you, and that moment, the very first thought comes in our mind that इसके माँ बाप ने इसे यही सिखाया है. That's a thought which comes in our mind. I'm especially talking about girls. हमको तो यही लगता है. If any guy, any boy or any senior citizens are as well, they are also misbehaving, they are also not treating well women. So हमारे दिमाग में तो पहली बात यही आती है कि इसके माँ बाप ने इसे कुछ नहीं सिखाया. I don't know about the boys, what they think when any girl misbehave with them. तो मैं बस यही कहना चाहती हूँ कि yes, apart from English, we need to focus on our communication skills as well. So today in this video, we are just gonna talk about English fluency, and I will talk about communication skills in my upcoming any other video. Okay, so first of all, to get English fluency, we need to immerse ourselves in English environment. Okay, let me give you an example here. Just suppose you are just participated in a running marathon, okay, and there to run good, better, faster in final marathon, before the marathon you need to work on your running. You need to indulge every day for running. Yes, you need to just manage your time, your schedule for running, at least for 30 minutes, an hour. Yes, आपको आधे घंटा 1 घंटा आपको रनिंग का प्रैक्टिस करना ही होगा फाइनल मैराथन के पहले. So same with English fluency. To get final English fluency, we need to work on our each day. Every day you have to listen, read and speak. When you watch English content, then there you are not just enjoying the content, you are picking up vocabularies, you are picking that how sentences are structured, how words are spelled. Have you ever experienced like when you just stumble upon writing something, and at that moment you write something and accidentally you misspell the word, and there your mind, your little mind gives you that little nudge that something is off, something is missing here. So why it happens? Have you ever wondered? It happens because of that repeated exposure. Probably you have watched something with subtitles. It happens because your mind has already registered the right sentence, right word. That is why I always emphasize this thing that whatever you are watching, watch with subtitles. It helps you to make a natural flow of that what is right and what is wrong, what is the right pronunciation and how it is spelled. Subtitles gives you such kind of clarity. Second thing is always do active listening. Always practice active listening. And why am I saying this? Because when you focus on active listening, then you understand what's being said, how it's being said, and how it's being used in which situation. That's why active listening is important. Unless and until you are absolute beginner, मतलब आप अभी बस इंग्लिश लर्निंग के मैदान में उतरे ही हो, so that time you can do passive listening. And passive listening means you are working in your kitchen, driving, traveling, and that time you are just listening English. This is known as passive listening. So I don't focus on passive listening much, but when you are absolute beginner, then you can practice passive listening. Because what happens? Because when we start just learning English, उस टाइम इतना ही स्ट्रेस होता है इंग्लिश सीखने को लेके, और फिर इंग्लिश सुनना ही अच्छा नहीं लगता. It's such a boring task in which you feel like listening English means listening boring professor's lecture in college. It feels the same vibe. Even when I also started, so I used to hate active listening. And listening English was such a monotonous task for me at first. So that's why I also started from passive listening. But after certain time, I changed my mode of listening. Passive to active listening. I always started listening English actively. But in the starting, to just become very familiar with the vocab, with the structure, with English language, that time passive listening is okay. Next thing is always have an imaginary friend with whom you can share everything in English. I know we already have an imaginary friend in our mind, in our heart, and with whom we share everything. Means self-talk. All I mean to say that self-talk, which we always do. In unconsciousness, we always do conversation with ourselves. So that's what I'm saying. Have an imaginary friend with whom you can talk in English. You can share everything like past, present, future. Next thing which I do is pretending. I pretend that I'm talking with a stranger. I pretend that I am having a podcast, or I am just giving motivation to huge audience, or I'm just giving an interview speech. I pretend like this. Whenever I come across or stumble upon any topic, so I pick up that and I speak about it. I give a speech. I pretend that this is the HR here and this HR is asking me questions and I answer in that way. So pretend in learning English. This practice will give you a lot of confidence because you are already familiar with the speech. You have practiced already. So this gives you a lot of confidence and practice of speaking English. Next thing is which I have faced a lot, that you make mistake and people make fun of you, they laugh at you. See, in this learning journey, it's you versus you. So never focus on them. It's a you versus you and nobody else. Recently, a person had this issue with me on my channel that why I put this name of my channel, Mamta Inspires. He was having the problem with inspires. Dude, it's my channel. Whatever I feel like, I will put it. It's not your business. So now, by giving this example, I just want to say that people are going to judge or they will have problem. I don't know, मेरा ये inspires नाम रखने से उसको क्या दिक्कत हो गई. So by giving this example, I just want to motivate you here a little bit that just because he was having problem, I can't change my channel's name and I can't stop working on this channel. So same with the learning English. Just because some people are having some issue with you, you can't stop your journey. So remove this excuse. Next thing is, whenever you try to speak in English, then you become hesitant wavering the speaker. Now the reason you claim that I do not have enough vocabularies, that's why I hesitate or I lack confidence. But here I will say that no, this is not the true reason. The reason is you already have enough vocabularies, but you just lack the confidence on your vocabularies which you already have. जो enough vocabularies हैं आपके पास, आपको उन पे confidence ही नहीं है. That's why you always feel that, oh, I'm lacking vocabularies, I'm lacking words, I'm forgetting words, my mind is blank. You already know enough, but since you have never put those vocabularies in use, that's why you feel that you do not have enough vocabularies. So do not stay stuck in this kind of flow. Even once upon a time, I was also there. I used to think that I have to collect words through reading, through listening, and through writing. I just have to collect words. But I was stuck in that loop. But this is not true actually. You already have, if you are doing regularly listening, reading, then you already have enough words. Do not have this kind of question mark to yourself that I do not have vocabularies. We already have actually. I know these days the people are so obsessed with learning or learning advanced vocab. But first I will say that you are just a beginner. If you are just a beginner or intermediate learner of learning English, then first focus on confidence and fluency. After that, you can focus on phrases, idioms, and vocabs. And in this journey, if you are coming across any phrase or if you like that, so you can learn. I'm not saying that first just focus on a few things, and after that you have to focus on phrases and idioms. Do not directly neglect those things, but do not give a lot of stress on your mind, because with the stress you can't achieve anything. So the conclusion is, every day you just have to follow these 4 fundamentals. If you are preparing for any exams, then you have to do writing. Otherwise you can skip writing. Listening and reading and speaking. These 3 fundamentals you have to follow to reach your final fluency marathon.